Lots more to talk about then when it comes to J&K Bank, their Q3 business updates, what the outlook is on their fundraise. And we've got Baldev Prakash, who's the MD and CEO, joining in. Good to have you on board. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining in. I just want to understand what the outlook is when it comes to your overall advances growth in terms of any sort of projections or any particular space that you have seen a little bit of weak growth when it comes to your advances?
Yes. Yeah, good morning. So, as far as advances growth is concerned, our guidance was around 15 to 17%, and we are confident to maintain the guidance. And this quarter also, on the net advances basis, it should be 15 plus.
All right. So what about the pockets in which you can grow? Can you highlight that for us a little bit more about what are going to be some of the pockets when it comes to your advances that are likely to shape up well from here on?
Yes. So the retail growth is coming from our home territory, that is Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. And in the retail also, the home loan segment is picking up. We are clocking a growth of over 20% in home loan. And the corporate growth, of course, is coming from the rest of the country segments, basically all the good corporates. That is the strategy we followed last year, and we continue with that strategy.
Okay, fair enough. Wanted to also get in your outlook then on the deposit growth. Are you seeing any challenges then when it comes to, the retail term deposits? Recently, we've had a lot of players like SBI, for instance, increasing their term deposit rates. Is this a trend that you're expecting for the bank as well?
Yes. So as far as the growth in retail deposits is concerned, we don't find much challenge. Our CASA has been maintained over 50%, and a consistent basis, it has been above 50%. Yes, cost of deposit will be a little higher, little elevated. I think maybe another 6 months or so, it should remain a little elevated and then finally settle down.
Right. Mr. Prakash, what about your asset quality? How do you assess it so far? And do you think there's stress building up, specifically when the regulator is also showing concern and being cautious?
Yes, Aisha, assets quality has been the biggest success story of the bank. If you see the numbers in the last 2 years, 1.5 years, you'll see consistently quarter on quarter basis, we have not only achieved our guidance, but rather surpassed that. As of today, I'm talking, we are already below 5%, and our guidance is 4.5% on gross NPA. We are very confident that we will be meeting our guidance of gross NPA, and our net NPA is already below 1%. So we don't find any stress building up because the selection of borrowers from the angle of the quality of advances has been top class for us.
Also, we've seen some amount of uptick in the cost of deposits for most of the banks actually, and NIMs as well have been stabilizing a bit if you were to look at the Q2 numbers or how the Q3 updates have been. What's the situation at your bank, and how is it that you're placing yourself to absorb the cost of any of the deposits?
Yes, so CASA remains the strength for the bank, but of course, as far as term deposit is concerned, we have to align our deposits rates with the competition. So from that point of view, little bit elevated cost of deposits is expected, and it should remain in this territory maybe another 6 months or so. But that is not a cause of concern for us because we are maintaining our NIM in the guidance which we have given in the beginning of the year.
Much of your current business is only coming from J&K. While this is an advantage, but this also means that beyond a point, you will struggle with your growth.
Yes, Nikunj, J&K story is just opening up. And the type of activities which we are seeing in Jammu and Kashmir, of course, led by the tourism, inflow of the tourism, we are quite hopeful that the growth will be led by J&K, and the type of strength the bank is having in Jammu and Kashmir. I'm very confident that we will be the first choice as far as bank is concerned for the customers. And as far as our rest of India operations are concerned, we are there for the last 1.5 years. We are quite an active player as far as corporate banking is concerned, and we will continue to maintain our dominant positions. And this year, we will be supporting our rest of the country operations with the good home loan growth also.
Specific in terms of the split then, let's say how much of the total business, future business in FY25 will come from J&K and non-J&K?
So as of now, we are maintaining around 67-68% from J&K, and the rest of the around 33% from the rest of the country. This business mix we are likely to maintain in the coming years also.
You had an advantage because no large banks essentially came to J&K for historical factors. I'm not getting into why, but that was an advantage. Now competition is owning. UPI has kicked in. Transfers are easy. Internet connectivity is great. Could your J&K business come under threat because of new banks coming there?
Let me reply it in two parts. As far as deposit is concerned, yes, likely to have some competition, particularly in the term loan segment, term deposit segment. And yes, because of that, our cost of deposits may be little elevated. But as far as the loans are concerned, I'm very confident the type of support system we are having on the ground and the connect of our people with the local population. We don't find much challenge as far as the loan growth is concerned in Jammu and Kashmir.
What is the updates in terms of the utilization or progress of the 750 crores via QIP? Are you looking to expand in other regions? What kind of investment will this yield?
So this is purely the growth capital, and I'm very happy to tell you that the type of response we got in the QIP is phenomenal. It's unprecedented. So this entire money we will be utilizing for our growth, and that will be led by the retail in our home territory and corporate in the rest of the country.
Okay, and what about the outlook then? The wage rate hike that came out at about 17%. How is the bank placed for wage rate hikes?
So we are expecting absolutely soft landing there. So we were maintaining a provision of around 15%. So little bit, it is in the range of 15% or 17%. So we don't find much challenge there because already the substantial amount has been provided for.
Ankur karega. Okay. Could you give us any bank has three models. One, you get money because of transaction, which UPI has taken over. Second is fee-based income. And third is money which you will get largely because of lending to corporates and term loans and home loans. How are you likely to grow your fee-based income?
So this is a good question, Nicholas. And I would like to tell you that as far as the UPI transactions are concerned, would request you to come and see the market in Srinagar. You will find that UPI, I mean the Jammu and Kashmir Bank UPI, you will see in the lot of small vendors also and the shops also. And we are quite hopeful that we will continue maintaining our dominance in the UPI segment as far as the payments is concerned. Yes, some competition will be there, but we are quite prepared for that. As far as the other fee income is concerned, our strategic move to shift treasury operations from Srinagar to Mumbai is now paying the dividends. We have already engaged one of the big fours for consultancy as far as our income from treasury in all the products is concerned, and that should be seen in a few months now. And we are confident that the treasury of the bank will also be another profit center.
Right. The other thing I also wanted to ask, Baldev, was how is it that you're utilizing that 750 crore rupees that you raised via QIP? What's the progression like?
So this will be mainly in the growth in the corporate as well as the retail segments, and the type of growth which we are seeing in our home territory. We were in the need of this capital. I think it has come on the right time. And going forward, we are expecting our rating to go up, and then the amount in case we require in future, we will be raising through bonds and which will come at a cheaper rate to us.
Appreciate your time. Thank you for joining in and giving us a bit more clarity on J&K Bank and the numbers ahead.